So this song I'm going to be in standard tuning. Sort of go through the main chords that we need is the C major, F with preferably with a sort of thumb over the first fret, sort of the G shape without the pinky on the third fret. E strings are just the two third fret and second fret fingers like this. And you sort of strum the top few strings or so. You'll want an F like this sort of shape. So third fret D string, second fret G string, and then first fret B string. So and also this chord here is just basically like an A minor, but with without the fourth finger or third finger on the second fret G string. Just open like that. And at one point as well, or a few points I should say, he plays with the pinky on the third fret, the E string. And this chord here, which is second fret E string, first fret B string, and then second fret G string. And then, so again with the F like that, but you add your pinky, you shift your forefinger up one string, and then put your pinky where your forefinger was, if that makes sense. And then you just move those fingers up like that. That's the last two chords of the song. So if I play the picking pattern slow through, which is probably the trickiest part of this song, but I sort of start with the C major and pluck the A string and the E string at the same time, and with a little kind of strum in between. So if I show you this slowly, so. So yeah, so your thumb basically is alternating between A and a D string, kind of like that, and it kind of goes down a little bit as well. So it's tricky to explain, but so you're doing that, and as you're picking, so you could see there, like my middle finger was just going down like that. Sort of alternate, so let's try again to play that slowly. So that's sort of the main picking pattern. There's a slight variation depending on the verses that he alternates between, but that's kind of the gist of the main pattern is that. So so again, A string and E string. Like that, so. So yeah, so that's the pattern. You can see as it went into the F chord, so you're sort of hammering on the second fret on the G string, and then B and E string after that. So just like picking those. So again, you just with the thumb, you're just alternating between the E string and the D string. So, and then back to the back to the A and D string in the C major chord, if that makes sense. So while picking with your middle finger, or depending on your style of finger picking, you may play with just the thumb and the first finger. But yeah, so so if I go from the first pattern, I'll just play it through again slowly, just to give you an idea as well. So let's do it. So when you're going into like this chord here, as you can see, similar to with the F chord, the thumb is just alternating again between the so the E and the D string. So and then while you're doing that, you're hammering on the 2nd fret B string. Like that, into the G with the 2 fingers. And like that with the thumb, back to the E and A. And then back into the C. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to break it down, so it's just kind of tricky to explain a little bit, but once you get it, it's kind of opens up the doors, really. Like, just, you know, looks a lot of possibilities, but it just flows, you know. So yeah, so that's the main sort of pattern, and then the slightly alternated one is like, it kind of goes like this, I think so. Sort of that picking pattern instead, so. And the rest, I think, is just pretty much the same as the first pattern I just showed you. So I should say, with the part just there I did is the hammer on from the 2nd fret D string to 3rd fret D string, and then you sort of go into the hammer on to that 2nd fret and then into the F shape, and then back into the C quite quickly. So if I play it slowly, so the C from the C major, same picking pattern, so, and then straight into a G shape like that. That makes sense. So yeah, so that's that part, and then so yeah, so the alternating picking pattern. So it's obviously the main difference there, you're not strumming like that in between, you're just sort of, and again, kind of similar, you're just alternating between A and the D, and then going sort of back towards you with the middle finger with the strings. Yeah, so and then, so one of the chords I think he does at the end of one of the verses is this one here that I was showing at the beginning, with this sort of A minor-ish kind of shape without the fourth finger on the second fret. It's a really nice chord. The picking pattern for that is, at least I think it sounds like. Sort of hammering on, as you can see there, on the third fret of the pinky on the B string. Into the F shape, hammer on second fret, to the E string, and then to the C. So if I play that again slowly. So yeah, so let's play from the C and then into that A minor, so that at the end. So if I go from there. That's kind of, I think, how it goes to the end of one of the, I think it's the second verse if I remember rightly, or something like that. But he uses that pattern again during the bridge, which is what I'll show you now, I guess. So that pattern I showed a little while ago again, without the little strums, without the like that. It starts off like that, and then just like normal into the F. This part's a little different, so steady goes, it alternates a little bit, so like that. So like that, and then into the this chord here, which was second fret E string, first fret B string, and then second fret G string. Yeah. So just like normal, hammer on, back into the G, and then back into the. So when he goes into the G there, instead of going back into the C for the bridge, this is the part where he goes into the so again the A minor shape that I showed without the pinky before, but it was this time he adds it in on the third fret, and then sort of goes down like that to the first fret, third fret, second fret, open on the E. So let's play that through slowly with the little alternating. So like that, yeah. So if I go now. So you can see the, and then like before, when it was just the open chord, hammers on the third fret, the pinky, and then into the F chord, the 2nd fret, just like the, similar to that, but, and then back into the C. So yeah, so C and then straight into the G and then back up like that. Little hammer on 2nd fret, 3rd fret into the F. Yeah, so just to recap from the beginning, so from the C there, he goes straight into that part of the chord I showed you earlier without the 4th finger, and just like before, hammer on the 3rd fret and into the F chord and then back to the C. But instead this time of going straight into the G, he goes back to this chord and then into the G. So let's just go from beginning of that, so. And then back to this chord again, just like before, but instead of going like that, it sort of just picks this chord open, or just holds this chord, lets go of the pinky, and then into the, and then back into that hammer on F, and then into the C again. So if I sort of play that through it, just to give it like the pattern of that again, because it's like 3 different little parts there, but the bridge, so I'll just play that through. Yeah, so that's how it goes with the outro, like, you know, the first part, little different 3 parts, and then just to the outro like that, the last 2 chords. Yeah, and I think that's, I believe that's most of the song, at least the gist of it. Yeah, so once you get the picking pattern, which is can be quite tricky, especially if you're new to it, the rest sort of like unravels, and it becomes it flows a lot more, and it, essentially it opens up a lot of doors to like be able to experiment a little bit with different patterns, picking patterns. So if I think I should just go back to just quickly to the verse pattern again. So I'll try play through it slowly just to recap. Yep. And yeah, so that's kind of, I just played through the whole thing. But yeah, that's I think that's most of the song, and I hope that makes sense, and it helps someone out at least. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.